is Cam Little out to get us started.
And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
Set. No touch.
They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And a pretty good burst there as they get this across midfield and down to the 46.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
That's another Eagles first down.
They'll go to Barkley again. And now a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
From the 33, here's second down at 7.
It's a pickup of 3.
Hurts.
Second and 7.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Well, they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
Field King.
Eagles first down.
Up the middle with Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Antonio Johnson. And the Jazz are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, a turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that. But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
Here's second and 3.
Red on red.
Lawrence. That's caught. It's Strange, the tight end. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
That's complete. It's Brian Thomas.
And he's got this down to the 35. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
That's another Jaguars first down. A gain of 14. And a Jaguar first down.
Great job. 30 left.
Now Lawrence to throw. This ball caught by Strange.
Touchdown, Jaguars.
Brenton Strange, 35 yards. And the Jaguars take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
Extra point up and through. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Eagles nothing. Kickoff for the Jaguars.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
In need of only about the length of the football here on second down.
Barkley inside handoff. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
And an Eagles first down. First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Incomplete. It's now second and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
From the gun, it's Hurts. He'll try and do this himself.
And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
That was a good effort there trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Jags take over in terrific field position.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
11. Here we go.
Now Lawrence.
Nowhere to turn here. He's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
Zach Bourne able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down.
Little for the Jaguars field goal. A 54-yard attempt.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game.
Trying to build on that opening drive touchdown, but the drive stalls out. And then you get the missed field goal here, so they wind up with nothing to show from drive number 2.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. Let's see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out.
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd and 6. Throwing is Hurts. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over in that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
Here's Hurts to throw. He'll try and do this himself. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A handoff to Barkley. And not much running room. Down to the 32. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Back to throw here. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 20-yard line.
It's a well-designed play here. 3 wide receivers in the formation. They're all going to run deep routes to put pressure on the safeties. And then they let their tight end cut his route off a little shorter and work toward the middle of the field. That's a difficult route to try to defend.
Now Hurts, he's going to do it himself.
This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
Devontae Smith on the receiving end for Jalen Hurts. And the Eagles are on the board here in the final minute of the first half.
Elliott good on the extra point. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Oh, a good-looking return setup here.
And they're going to have terrific field position as they finally get to him, but just shy of the midfield stripe.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. Room to maneuver at the 35.
And down to the 16-yard line. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
On the red. Hey, kill. Hey, Ginger, attack. Hey, kill. Hey, Jupiter. 11. Go. 13, Lou.
Lawrence will throw. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Brian Thomas.
A 16-yard touchdown.
And the Jaguars will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter.
Eagles 7. Cam Little to kick off for the Jaguars.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
On the return, Tank Bigsby.
Able to slither by.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
18-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it. An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one low.
Hurts fumbles it.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. But thankfully, this is corralled by the offense, so they will, in fact, hold on to the football. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down.
Great. Set. Anyway, yeah.
This time they stay on the ground. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it? How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Easy. Go. Hey, smash. Hey, Soko, it's hot. 30 left. Here we go.
Final play of the half. It's Lawrence.
And his throw is incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. A 1-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
All right, let's go.
And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these folks...
And got his man complete. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 44 yards. Well, you had all halftime to think about what you wanted to do to start the second half. They came out with a big one.
Does that not beg the question? What was happening in the other locker room at halftime? Was that the one play they didn't cover as a possibility? Because they just gave up a big game.
That is caught by Hunter.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1. 33 yards that time.
First down. 13 and goal, Jacksonville.
Etienne will get it into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done? But they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And good coverage defensively. They wouldn't let him get ahead of steam going, and he'll be brought down at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
Now 2nd and 9.
Good. Set.
Looking to throw.
Now Hurts is going to do it himself.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
They'll look to throw now on first down.
Now Hurts is going to do it himself. Now inside the 25.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Jags grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They'll take over deep in their own end after the fumble recovery as they start 1st and 10.
Go. 30 left.
Following the fumble recovery, Lawrence. Thomas brings it in. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
36-yard line.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
Looking left sideline, it's complete.
And he's going to get this down inside the 5 before he's out of bounds.
A big play there on the catch and run. And even 60 yards.
Hey, Jupiter.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
And they'll run with ETN.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to
24.
2nd and
Think
goal.
right. 11.
Line.
Hey, kill.
Here's Lawrence.
He's got it. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
3 yards. It's now 3rd.
They'll try to run with ETN. And trying to shake free, but ETN cannot. The defense will stop him short.
No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
Ready, set. Red on red.
Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Brenton Strange,
A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
and the Jaguars have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Lawrence and the Jags offense staying out there. They'll go for 2 here.
The Jaguars will line up for the 2.
They'll try and throw for it. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th.
Eagles 7. Cam Little to kick off for the Jaguars.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Sometimes your clauses get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. On 3rd down, Barkley.
Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10.
Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley, 62 yards.
And the Eagles have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed. Now Lawrence. Got his man. It's the tight end Strange with it.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
And in an afternoon where just about everything's gone right, there's an unlikely sight there. He's got a receiver all alone downfield, and he just overshoots it.
2nd and 10.
Rip, 11. Here we go.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence.
That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Focus. Think right open. 13, Lou. Go, let's go. Hey, I'm gun. Go.
It's a throw again as Lawrence. And this pass broken up. Well, the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
2 yards on the
Very
play.
left.
1st down, Jaguars.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
That's complete to Travis Etienne out of the backfield.
And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
Easy.
Jaguars, 1st down.
Danger.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Lawrence.
And his throw here's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Hey, 13, Lou. Hey, tomato.
From the gun, it's Lawrence. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
From the shotgun, Lawrence.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete.
And the Jags are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Hey, easy, Ralph.
Now Lawrence to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
It's Sidney Brown with it. And the Eagles are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well. Cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here because they were sharp in moving it down the field. But sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given. And it doesn't always work out that way as we saw there.
So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Here's 2nd down and 3.
Great.
Again, it's Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Here's a give to Barkley. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. So this will be a